Do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla. Yeah, you know what we do on the weekend, getting it here at the top of the hour on a Saturday. It's your boy Big Vern. I take a lot of time off. I like to read books and just stay to myself sometimes. It's pretty cool. However, please hit the like and subscribe button. Goes a long way, helps the channel, and we appreciate it. Our last segment, we was talking about the real Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky, called Floyd Schofield Sr. a dummy. Was he justified? Did he mess up the bag trying to be sneaky? Like I say, get in the comments, we talk back at you. Now, I'm going to go from the world of boxing to the National Basketball Association. Anthony Davis, he finally figured it all out. Excuse me. Not saying that he's slow or that he didn't put two and two together, but with this whole Luka thing, everything's been fast and furious. Everybody in the media has a different take on it. But when Dallas played LA, the Los Angeles Times, they were able to get some statements on the record for Anthony Davis. And then Davis, he gave his thoughts. He said the front office has to do what it has to do. And obviously, they're going to do what's best for the organization. So I don't know if I ever got the real about any of it. I don't know what's true or what's not coming from upstairs. Everybody's saying nobody knew and all of this other shit. I just don't believe it, end quote. Well, Davis, you got to put it together just like I put it together. Rob Pelinka and the GM for the Dallas Mavericks, they had a relationship. They did not contact the agents whatsoever because Rich Paul was on Sports Illustrated and he was saying that had he known about the deal, he would have killed the deal. However, you had a GM who has a relationship with another GM. They kept it close to the vest. And the fact that your name was given up so fast, again, they wanted to swap superstars and they got it done. And for those, they don't know that this how this all went down. Again, you can spin the block. Go on our channel. We talked about the moving pieces behind the scenes. And really, the reason Dallas wanted to move Luka was that they didn't want to pay a 25-year-old kid who isn't disciplined. They didn't want to give him a max deal because it's harder to trade a guy on a max deal because no team is going to pick up that salary. Luka's 25. He shows up at times in the season out of shape. He's slow. He's had numerous injuries. And he is young in his NBA career. But given his discipline and given how he moves, pretty much, they just didn't see any value in that. And that shocked a lot of people. Didn't shock me. It didn't shock me. So, one thing I pointed to was that Davis should have known if the Lakers really saw value in keeping him and making him the face of the franchise once LBJ retires or hangs it up, they would have shut the trade down. They did none of that. They would have shut the trade down. They did none of that. They made everything work at a breakneck pace to get it done before the deadline. Let that sink in. They worked this deal in a matter of 3 days. And if they were committed to Davis, then he would know better. Again, we'll get on the other side of the content when we take a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop Big Vern. We promoting another rap album here at App Stupid this month. Reasons. I Love You Again. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Stuck on Moments, featuring Coda the Friend and Diana Stewart. Not What You Think, with Reasons and Boss. 100 Freestyles, featuring Ben Riley. And Hio, that with Ransom and Coyote. I Love You Again by Reasons. In stores now. Yeah, shout out to Reason. I dig it. I thought it was dope. So when we got to going back over things and looking at it, I think during the interview, everything hit Davis at one time because he said they wanted who they wanted, and he's right. They wanted Luka. They did not want you. They did what they had to do. I don't know if they had to, but it's what they wanted to do. And he put it right in context. Rob Pelinka screwed Anthony Davis. And he knew what he was doing when he didn't alert his agent that they were thinking of a huge move with nobody's input. And now Luka doesn't get a max contract. He has to go to LA. I don't, like I said, everybody's always championing everything. Oh, well, look at LA. They've won this many games. Look, the NBA is a marathon, not a sprint. You got to go ahead and get that mad dash in after the All-Star break, get your seating correctly, and then get ready for the playoffs. And with these play-in games, a team who struggled all year might have it coming together at the right times, and they can run off and win a couple of solid games and put you behind the 8 ball. So you just don't know. You just don't know. But Davis went on to say, I'm moving on. I got my wife and kids to worry about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm figuring out how I'm going to get them to Dallas and get adjusted to that. It's over with, and I'm moving on with my new team and what we got going on, end quote. In plain English, I don't fuck with y'all. Because that's some old passive-aggressive sneak diss bullshit. You gonna sit there and look at that man in his face, tell him everything is cool, but then secretly be trying to trade him behind his back? And you can't sit up here and say LeBron knew, because again, if LeBron would have known, he would have put Cliff Paul on it, and Rich would have been like, hey, look, I'm killing this deal. We seen him actively do the same thing for Bronny James the night of the NBA draft. In the second round, they were telling teams actively, if you draft Bronny and you don't let the Lakers draft him, we're going to go ahead and put him overseas so he'll never play for you. He was actively issuing threats. And when we get into a situation like right now where we're at, and you look at that, again, you don't think he would have did that for Davis? You don't think he would have walked into Rob Pelinka's office and been like, look, bro, this ain't going down. This ain't going down. I'm putting the end of this right now. So that's how I know LeBron didn't have anything to do with it. Also, I knew LeBron didn't have anything to do with the Mark Williams trade that blew up in Rob Pelinka's face, because in The Athletic, it said directly that Rob Pelinka asked Luka who he wanted at center. He didn't ask LeBron. Never came across LeBron James one time, who do you want to play center? So again, these are major decisions that you got $191 million tied up into LeBron James, and you're not even talking to him. But Rob Pelinka is he's the common denominator in all of this, because not only is he communicating with other teams and not agents about certain players going places, he's also talking to the newly acquired player about the future of the franchise and excluding the face of the franchise. You see how I put that together for y'all? And if I'm Anthony Davis, the only thing that you can do, you don't have to trash talk. You don't have to downgrade anybody. You don't have to cuss nobody out. All you got to do is win games. Success is the best trash talk out there. You don't have to stand up, grandstand, try to flex on somebody. All you got to do is win games. Because when you win games and you don't sit there and give anybody any air, you just keep moving, they're either going to go away or they're starting to get annoyed that they're being ignored. It's the proverbial punch the bully in the face. It's amazing how bullies stop being bullies when you square up on them and y'all get that fair one in, and now everybody can go back to just chilling. But in this regard, again, bully the bully. All I got to do is go out here and win games. All we got to do is get into the playoffs, play great defense, play through the whistle, make it happen. That's it. That's it. But yeah, Davis, he finally put it all together, and I'm glad he did. I'm super glad he did. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. We'll be back.